Welcome to British BioMedicine Institute. Today Dr. Pramod Khatri is going to represent a simple topic, medical device regulations. So the overview of medical device are the FDA Center for Device and Radiological Research, CDRH, is basically responsible for regulating firms which manufacture, repackaging, relabel or import or export of medical device which are sold in the country. In addition, CDRH regulate radiation-emitting electronic products, either medical or non-medical, such as laser, X-ray system, ultrasound, equipments and microwaves and color television. So medical devices are basically classified as class 1, class 2 and class 3, and regulatory control increase from class 1 to class 3. The device classification regulation define the regulatory requirement for a general device type, like most classes type 1 device, they are basically exempted from pre-market notification like 510K. Most class 2 device, they require pre-marketing notification 510K, and most class 3 device, they required pre-market approval. So the basic regulatory requirements that manufacturer of medical device distributed in the US must comply with: establishment registration, second point, medical device listing, third point, pre-marketing notification like 510K unless exempted, or pre-marketing approval PMA, investigational device exemption IDE for clinical studies, or quality system regulations, labeling requirements, and MDR, medical device reporting. So in accordance with 21 CFR Part 807, medical device listing includes: manufacturer must list their device with the FDA. Establishment required to list their device include manufacturers, contract manufacturers that commercially distribute the device, contract sterilization that commercially distribute the device, repackagers and relabelers, specific developers, reprocessor single-use devices, remanufacturer, manufacturer of accessories, components sold directly to the end users, and US manufacturer of export-only devices. So manufacturer, either it is international or national, and initial distributor like your importer of the medical devices, they must register their establishment with the FDA. All establishment registration must be submitted electronically unless a waiver has been granted by the FDA. All registration information must be verified annually between October 1st and December 31st of the every year. In addition to the registration, foreign manufacturers must also designate US agent. Beginning October 1, 2007, most establishments are required to pay an establishment registration fee. So, in accordance with Part 21 CFR 807, Subpart E, on October 26, 2002, the Medical Device User Fee and Modernization Act of 2002 became into existence. It authorized FDA to charge a fee for medical device pre-market notifications, or you can say 510K review application fee. Most class 1 device or some class 2 device, they can be exempted from pre-market notifications or submissions, and a list of exempt devices are basically located in 510K exempt devices. So in accordance with 21 CFR Part 814, basically it is basically a pre-marketing approval. So products which require pre-marketing approval are class 3rd devices because they are high risk devices which pose a significant risk of illness or injury, and device found not substantially equivalent to class 1 or 2 predicate through 510K processes. The PMA process are more involved and include the submission of clinical data to support claim made for the devices. So in accordance with 21 CFR Part 812, investigational device exemption for clinical study can be applied. So basically an investigational device exemption IDE allow the investigational device to be used in the clinical study in order to collect safety and effective data required to support pre-marketing approval applications, or we can say pre-marketing notifications, 510K submissions to the FDA. Clinical studies with device of significant risk must be approved by the FDA and by the Institutional Review Board IRB before the study can begin. Study with device of non-significant risk must be approved by the ethics committee before the clinical study can start. So in accordance with 21 CFR Part 820 quality system regulations, basically they include requirements which are related to methods used in and the facility or control used for designing, purchasing, manufacturing, packaging, labeling, storing, installing, and servicing of medical devices. Manufacturing facilities undergo FDA inspections to assure compliance with QS requirements. So in accordance with 21 CFR Part 801, basically it tells us about labeling requirements. So labeling includes label on the device as well as descriptive and informational literature that accompany the device. So now comes MDR, medical device reporting. So incidents in which a device can have caused or contributed to a death or serious injury must be reported to the FDA under medical device reporting program. In addition, certain malfunction must also be reported. The MDR regulation is basically a mechanism for the FDA and manufacturer to identify and monitor significant adverse reactions which involve medical devices. The goal of the regulation are to detect and correct problem in a timely manner. So PMA versus 510K application. So basically there is a functional difference between the PMA and 510K pathway. In PMA review, basically FDA determine if the device is reasonably safe and effective for its intended use, and under 510K review, basically FDA will determine if the device is substantially equivalent to another device whose safety and effectiveness may never have been assessed. In India, prior to 2005, no regulations whosoever existed for medical device. Currently, full technical documentation must be submitted for review to the CDSCO, and additionally, each manufacturing facility must be registered. The hierarchy of medical device regulatory entity in India are as follow: Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, DCGI, CDSCO. So the team will be helping in determining where if the product fit in the list of regulated medical device categories. They will coordinate with medical device registration approval process with India like DCGI or CDSCO. Prepare all necessary document for the product registration application including Form 40 and 44. Coordinate payment of registration fee. Accompany you with you to technical meetings with the CDSCO if required for your applications, and provide support to Medical Device Advisory Committee MDAC review if required by the CDSCO. So they can assist in with form necessary to appoint an India authorized agent as your official representative. Coordinate submission of plant master file or device master file as needed. Work with DCGI CDSCO to address follow-up questions and monitor progresses. Request a Form 10 or import license for each of your distributors. And basically it can take up to 6 to 8 months for complete medical device registration process in India if a technical presentation or MDAC review are not required. A technical presentation or MDAC review will extend the time frame by approximately 3 to 5 months. Once granted, medical device registration in India will be valid for 3 years. So this is all about the presentation. I hope you have gained a lot of clinical information through this presentation. Please like, share, subscribe our YouTube channel named as British Biomedicine Institute. Good luck, goodbye.